Hey YouTube, and as most of you know, I do tech support on a variety of sites. I do computer help and stuff in real life, but that is hands-on, not that websites aren't real life. But anyway, tech support guy and Bleeping Computer is also another site. No, I'm not censoring the title. That is in fact the name. If you haven't heard of the site, bleepingcomputer.com. See it right there. Right now, I've pulled up both my accounts on the site just for the sake of this video. But the number one question I normally see on these sites is, my computer is slow, how do I make it faster? And some of you, I would suspect, are kind of techy knowledgeable, technology literate, but others of you may not be so literate in the realm of computers. And, well, this is mostly for, well, I guess both. The number one suggestion that I give people is RAM. Now, that used to be the solution back in the day, normally with like Windows XP, where some computers would come installed only with like 256 megabytes of RAM installed in their computer, and that's just like the bare minimum to get by on Windows XP. But the majority of cases, that's not it. But so if you're on a 32-bit OS, then ultimately I'd suggest around 3 gigs if you want to get a lot of performance with the RAM. That definitely increases system performance. I get that a lot too. Oh, well, will the RAM help me as much as you say? Well, yes, it will. Really just knowing your system specs, I guess, and I mean, if it's upgradable, like a processor, RAM, that kind of thing. But it depends on what you want to do with a computer, if you want to make it faster overall. Some fixes, like the RAM, that's a pretty easy fix. I mean, it definitely, again, it increases system performance. I think, 3 gigs of RAM. I'll be making a video of, I think, like my specs and stuff on my computer, maybe detailed. I don't know. I'll decide that later. But just for the sake of this video, I'm telling you I have 3 gigs of RAM on my 32-bit OS, which is Vista. So I'm good normally. I mean, I like my processor dual core, but generally those are harder to replace and a lot more money than RAM. So RAM is the number one suggestion, as well as eliminating the items on your startup list. That would be well, the antivirus you need, obviously, on a startup list, but that would be, you can find the startup list if you go to where is it? There we go. Start. I defined my cursor there for a second. Start, and then in the little search bar, if you have Vista, or 7 if you have XP, just click Run. So in the little search bar thingy there, MSCONFIG. That is msconfig. You can see over there in the corner. And then you hit Enter. That pops up this little window here. General boot services, all this kind of stuff. Under the startup tab. Now this system configuration here, this was not intended to originally like uncheck these, and that's the purpose for this program, that you eliminate startup items. I mean, you can, obviously, that's what you see here. That's basically only function for this tab, but that's not what it was intended for. This was intended for troubleshooting. So there are programs out there that I would advise, completely free, mind you, for download, that you can just eliminate the startup things. This is this is mainly a convenience that I uncheck these. It's really not the best thing to do. So again, I would not advise going through and unchecking from this list, download a program. But for me, this is what I have. I have a number of things unchecked and a few things left checked that I want at my startup. You see like AIM and other processes there that really slow down the startup time. And that's a big thing that I've had people say, "Oh wow, thank you." That really helped. And I mean, it does help for a while, but as you download more programs, and they have startups and all that good stuff, so it's something you have to keep maintained. If you're an avid computer user, if you're just I'm going to browse the web and look at my Facebook, then that really isn't that big of a deal. So RAM, the startup list. My bird keeps making noise, so for all of you that haven't seen him, that is my bird. Yeah. Anyway, back to the wonderful computer tips. Another tip: do not have a bird in your room because it's kind of obnoxious. But yeah. So RAM, that startup list. really, another thing that's unfortunately pretty common is people having viruses and it's slowing down their computer. You may say, oh, well, I just go on Facebook and I have an antivirus installed. That may not keep you completely clean. You just may have a virus and not know it. I'll minimize this window for now. You see up on the top this rocket dock, which I'll be making another video about soon, guys. I've gotten tons of PMs about that. I'll be making a video on this, but for now, up top you can see, where is it? Hijack this. No. I can't find it. There we go. Malwarebytes, anti-malware, that's a great program, and then Super Anti-Spyware Free Edition. Oh, sorry. I don't know if I had the camera off screen there. I was looking at my monitor, but anyway. So those are two great programs. I also now updated, I use Microsoft Security Essentials instead of Avast, or Avast, however you want to pronounce it. So those two, searching for malware, those are great programs to clean up your computer, also make it faster. And if you really bog down your computer, I'd suggest getting an external hard drive. I have one over there, that black rectangle with the red accenting on it. That is my external hard drive. Only about 250 gigabytes. That is not a lot of space considering what I put on there. Videos of, well, it's my backup for YouTube videos. So, yeah, get an external hard drive and move a lot of files and stuff over there if you've bogged down your computer. Now, see, most people being general population, not too tech knowledgeable, not too tech literate, they leave 98 billion icons on their desktop and they think that their computer is extremely bogged down and they're just like, oh, I gotta get a new computer or something, because they don't know their options. Really, desktop icons, I mean, they're representatives of programs on your computer which may be taking up a lot of space, but I've seen it 9 times out of 10. I click start, go to the computer, right click the C drive, and then I hit properties, and it brings up this beautiful little window, and it shows me how much free space I have, the pink, compared to the used space, and more times than not, there's more of the pink than there is blue. And in that case, you're really not bogging down your system. I mean, sure, if you have a couple gigs left on your hard drive, then yeah, you're going to get bogged down. System performance is going to drag. But that's one common myth that everyone thinks, oh, my computer is extremely bogged down. I mean, unless for a fact you know that it is, with programs and files and whatever else, it more than likely is not. Also, additional suggestions. I'm just gonna, well, I already had a Firefox window pulled up over here, but anyway, let me pull it over. Bookmarks, I'm gonna pull that off screen for a second because I'm not completely sure what I have in my bookmarks. So give me a second. It just, like, different information that I might not want to give out here. Give me a second. Okay. This is actually a thread on another tech support site. It's malwareremoval.com. But what to do if your computer is running slowly. This gives basic hints, I guess. See some here. Clear out your temporary files, which I don't normally do that, especially the internet files, because I like those. It's convenient. Defrag your hard drive. That's another great thing. Defragging is always great. If you don't know how to defrag, start. Well, it's for different OSs. So just look it up on Google, how to defrag, and then put in your operating system, Vista, Windows 7, XP. Or you can ask me in the comment section or private message or email, but I'll get to that later on. And sorry, this is going to be a little bit over 10 minutes, I believe, but I have a 15-minute limit, so I'm okay for now. Yeah, next, the ones that you only need to do once or very infrequently. Okay. Yeah, so you check the amount of free space you have in your hard drive. That's what I've suggested. Remove unnecessary programs. Sorry for all the random zooming, but Yeah, remove unnecessary programs. You can do that as far as Windows is concerned. Add or remove programs, or gosh, that's in XP. I forget programs and something. It's called in Vista, and let me just pull it up here. Yeah, programs and features right there. The icon won't be the same, I don't believe, because I think I have a different icon for that than most Vista users will. Reduce your system restore points. That is the I take back. Well, I don't take everything back, but this is a different specific case. The number one thing I see on tech support forums is with the hard drive, it is bogged down. There's like no space left. It's system restore points. This is with Vista. Windows 7, I think, is correct the problem. XP, it was limited. Vista, so many times I've seen that the system restore points bog down the system. It is insane. So always remember to reduce the system restore points, especially if you are a Vista user. But don't eliminate all of them or turn it off. It's a very useful program if something goes wrong, or a very useful application within Windows. If something goes wrong with your computer, you're going to want to have system restore. Now, I'll go ahead and X out of here. Now, always, as a last-ditch effort, if you've done all this and more that I haven't commented on, because obviously there is more out there, different tips for speeding up your computer. I'm just touching on the main few here. You can always do a recovery. That is, if you have a recovery CD that came with the computer, or you can do a fresh install of your operating system. Now, the only problem with that, the recovery and the fresh install of the operating system, both, you lose everything that you've ever done to your computer ever since you bought it. It'll make it like factory conditions as far as the recovery goes. Fresh install, you lose drivers, things like that. But with the recovery, make it just like factory, and the fresh install, you'll be good to go. I mean, for the drivers you have to install, but I mean, you lose all your information. So that's the only problem. I mean, I hate losing all my information because obviously I have a computer and I like to keep stuff on it, photos, files, reports, whatever, programs, whatever it may be. I really don't want to lose it all. So while you can't exactly back up programs on an external hard drive, files, pictures, the majority of things on your computer you can back up on an external hard drive. I would definitely suggest putting those on an external hard drive before you're going to before you format your computer. So that will always speed up your computer. I've done that a few times to different computers that I've worked on. It's just at a state where it's okay, we need to back up some information and just wipe it clean. And they generally work pretty well, and then sometimes afterwards they need a hardware upgrade, which, I don't know. I was going to say like 4 times out of 10, but it's more of 2 times out of 10 that they need a hardware upgrade, and that's normally just RAM that's upgraded. So basically, know your system specs. It's very easy to find out. You can use different software, like there's CPU-Z up there, and there's tons of different programs. Even just looking within Windows, you don't even have to open the side panel of your computer to find out the specs. Most of it can just be shown right on your screen, and if you're able to find out from somebody, ask, oh, hey, do you think I should upgrade this? Then upgrade it. Like RAM, very easy. Anyone can do it, really. It doesn't take a rocket scientist, I guess. I'll use that expression. But anyway, sorry for making this video so long. I hope it's helped some of you. If you have any tech questions, please make sure to ask me or sign up to Tech Support Guy. I have, let me see here, 1,142 posts at the recording time of this video. So I do a lot of work on here, and there's also Bleeping Computer you can sign up to as well. Both are great sites, and they'll help you with just about any tech problem you have. I mean, not even just computers, but that's their main purpose. But anyway, YouTube, I'm going to go ahead and end this video before I reach the 15-minute limit. Remember, you can always follow me on Twitter, join the Facebook fan page, add me as a friend on Myspace, ask me anonymous questions on Formspring, and you can always email, because I can't talk ever, email me comments, questions, or suggestions for new videos. Basically anything you want. I respond to all emails. codybr92@gmail.com. All those links and more information you can find either on the MyTechTown channel or in the description box below. Just go ahead and click it. Click the links. Follow me for stuff. So anyway, YouTube. Peace out, and hopefully the bird will say bye. Say bye. That's like saying bye. All right, peace out, YouTube.